Welcome to Super Chats. My name is Nick.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Carlos.
And this week we're going to talk about a whole bunch of VTuber stuff. Stay tuned.
This has been a very eventful week. I don't think we really struggled to fill up on news.
No, there's
No,
plenty on our list.
there was so much, so many ups and downs both. It was
Yeah.
like the highest highs and the lowest lows both.
Jesus. This has been... it's been a fucking week.
Where do we start?
God,
Should we start on a high note? Something a
I
little
don't
better.
think we should start on a low note. You don't say, hey guys, how you going? Everyone you love is gone.
Yeah, right. Like, you ever lay in bed at night and just let the thoughts creep in? No, let's not start there. Let's not start there. Let's start with Ayame.
Oh
Because
my God.
she is really cute. And that makes me happy.
That's it. That's the whole news bulletin. Stay
Yep.
tuned.
Yeah, there you go. And when the dark thoughts creep in, I think about Ayame. She fills me up with Nikirium. And she makes me feel better about my life.
That's a premium currency.
Yeah,
It costs $5 to get 3.
exactly.
Ayame gives it to you for free.
That's we'll talk about Ayame before too long anyways, because
Yeah.
she is one of the first. No, she's second gen, I believe. She's second gen Hololive, so we'll get to her. We'll actually have a focus on her. The focus this week is about the fact that she has a new outfit. She has a new Shrine Maiden outfit. It is hecking adorable. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go check out her debut of it. If you were on the subreddit, you couldn't escape from it because there were just posts everywhere. But yeah, whenever she does cute stuff, people say it fills up their Nikirium. And this was like a gold mine. It was a Nikirium mine on this one. So
Well, congratulations. I hear shrine maintaining is rigorous. Takes a lot of dedication to being a shrine maiden.
did you know Kiara was a Shrine Maiden?
I did not know this.
Yeah, when she was living in Japan, she spent some time as a Shrine Maiden,
Oh my God.
which is impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool,
If
right?
it's anything like Final Fantasy X, that must be hard.
I don't understand that reference. But she's talked about it in streams in the past where she was like, yeah, there's a lot of like selling charms to people.
Yeah,
that they
just like
can
in
put up
Inuyasha.
and- Yeah. Kagome.
There we go. He feels safe. He feels secure again.
I know this one. It's from the early 2000s and the 90s.
So yeah,
man.
I feel like that's pretty sweet. That's pretty short. You know, what's not sweet and short is auditions.
Are there more?
There are more auditions, and
my God.
fellas, wake the fuck up. You can become a Vtuber. But wait, but wait. What if I don't want to be at the Hololive? What if Niji Sanji EN Vtuber auditions open until April 17th?
Get on it, boys.
Listen to me, Jeremy. I know it's been rough since me and your mother separated, but you know what? You've always been so creative, and God damn it, you've inspired me. You've been streaming for a long time. You've shown you have a consistent work list. You're good. You're consistent. You're talented. Audition to become a VTuber for Niji Sanji, and you have until April 17th at 0 a.m.
You must be at least 18 years or older.
I know you are, Jeremy, because I am your father, and I've been here since the start. You are 18, right?
And you also have to be able to stream and create content for at least the next 12 months.
And again, I know you can do this.
If you have experience with streaming, that's good because it's a must.
Yes.
And yeah, you got to be able to speak English fluently.
Phew.
That's like half of Americans.
There's like one guy in Greece who was like translating this through Google Translate, got to that point, and went,
You know, every time I read about requirements for these, I don't know, that the requirements are usually not real strict for the auditions.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably a lot of just, you've really, really got to impress whoever's interviewing you.
the baseline is low because they want a lot of people to come in and do it. And then when you come in, they go, okay, are you actually funny? Can we fucking stand you? Will you get along with the other fucking people you have to play Minecraft with?
Are you sociable at the basic levels?
You audition. You're in a Minecraft server alone. You see a message in the bottom left corner. Kaela has joined. And the fucking guy looks to you. You can't leave the server before she does. Begin.
Failure is the only option in that. Also, my favorite statement in this entire blurb is gender is irrelevant. That's the whole sentence. Gender is irrelevant.
That's pretty goated.
Yeah, like just we don't care what you are, who you are, where you're from, whatever. Just if you can speak English and you can make content for a year, hop on board.
Well, Ninja Sanji is a lot looser about
Yeah.
other, like, just there are restrictions on what you're supposed to be, it seems.
Yeah.
Hololive likes to have, you're a group of 4 or 5 people. This is your theme. You have to be like this.
And you have to sing and dance.
Yes.
You have to fucking sing.
I mean, they even got, like, Ina to do it.
Yeah.
So
They got Ina and Ame to sing.
Ame. Yeah. And I mean, like, we can probably go down the list of people. Like, Aqua is a social introvert to the extreme. She has to get up on stage every year at the very least. Like,
It's like in
welcome to
fucking
it.
middle school. It's like, all right, do the play. Go. Just sing to your parents.
It's just it. Close your eyes, hope for the best. Like, just do the dance. Get over it.
Get down.
Okay.
That's the song you got to dance to.
Oh, that's a good song. I
Just
like
let your
that
model
song.
glitch the fuck out.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to join Ninja Sanji, now's your chance. Hop on board. Give it a shot, as long as you're an English speaker, of course.
And as long as you intend to come on our podcast.
Yeah, give us a shout whenever you do.
I'm waiting for this bit to get old. It's a great bit.
I like it. It's one of my favorites. By the way, are you an up-and-coming VTuber? Send us an email. Our email's in the description. We'll bring you on as a guest. Are you just someone who's just started out? Even better. So did we. Hop on board. We'll lift each other.
Thinking about becoming a VTuber? Need a place to debut?
Have you ever heard the term VTuber?
Need someone to send the paperwork for you?
Are you former 007 leading man Piers Brosnan? What the fuck are you watching this for?
Would you like to come on the show?
But come on, buddy. We're welcoming all folks.
We are. Gender irrelevant.
Gender irrelevant, as always.
We don't care. It's cool.
You know what else is cool?
What?
Knives.
Oh my god. Cut.
Yes, that
That's
also.
my impression of a knife.
It's very good. You're doing well. You might even make Bay's tier list of best knives that she for some reason made the other day.
She would rate me very low.
I think she'd probably rate you S class. But yeah, Bay did a stream the other day, and she just did a tier maker stream of knives. I tuned in for about 5 minutes, and she was going over steak knives at that point.
I caught like the ass end of it.
I caught the very beginning of it where she realized, oh no, I didn't label any of these. I don't remember what they are.
Good job.
Oh, that's such a Bay stream. That's such a Bay move.
So again, Hololive seems to be arming themselves. I don't really know
the
why.
trend continues.
Well, she's confirmed bread knives, super underrated.
I mean, they're an everyday use item.
They are.
You know, I want peanut butter on my bread, bam. I want butter on my bread, bam. I want jelly on my bread, using a spoon. But secondarily, I'll use a knife.
I sleep with a butter knife beneath my pillow.
Fascinating.
And butter beneath my mattress.
Oh,
Bread at the foot of the bed.
Like a true American, huh?
yeah. And several guns under every other pillow.
Tally ho!
Oh,
You
It's
have,
just
your,
the founding fathers intended.
you have your cowboy hat hanging on the wall somewhere.
I do. And we'll get back to Cowboys.
yeah, we will. That's actually going to be a thing for us today.
Yeah, we will. And we just have some more stuff to gloss over. There was the Naruto-themed April Fools. I believe you're referring to Bay and... was it Fauna who was being just as cringe? Was it Moomers?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of them in there that were doing the Naruto stuff.
Yeah, and I know Bay fucking I think she fucking loves Naruto, memory serving.
I mean, how can you not?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was a weeblet at some point.
Everyone was a fighting
You know,
dreamer at some point.
That's just how
Find
it
your
goes.
ninja way.
Bay has done Naruto exclusive unarchived karaoke streams, and it unlocked parts of my brain
I might have to watch that later. Somewhere
somewhere.
illicit.
But yeah, what were they streaming whenever they came up with the Naruto thing? Was it
Their
just Minecraft?
minds. It was like Twitter.
Oh, okay. No, because they mentioned it in a stream, I thought.
They probably did in a stream as well, but that's because sometimes the Twitter shenanigans carry over.
I'm pretty sure it was the other way, though, because I thought they mentioned it in one of their streams, and then they took it to Twitter later and did the full Naruto, like, descriptions from the beginning of, like, the manga and anime. Because I can't remember what the stream was, though, but I'm pretty sure that's where it started. And then, like, yeah, they took it to Twitter. Maybe I have it backwards. They might have started on Twitter. I don't know. But I know at one point they were like, all right, who's going to have to be Sakura? Because nobody claimed it. Because Fauna was what? Fauna was Sasuke?
Yeah.
And then Bei was Naruto.
Yeah, Boruto.
And then who was Kakashi? Somebody was Kakashi. Was it? It wasn't Crony, was it?
I don't remember. Was it?
Maybe it was Mume.
Mume was involved.
Wasn't Fauna Kakashi?
Fauna was probably Kakashi.
Okay, so somebody else must have been Sasuke.
Yeah. This is a very important piece of news. It's vital we get it right.
We're not getting it right at all, and that's fine. The point is, it's really entertaining. Look it up yourselves. That's what I say to you, audience.
You can do it too.
Let us know in the comments below.
I really hope someone starts up like a counter podcast. Like as soon as we're done filming this, we get uploaded on Friday. We get like pinged and we open. It's like, I watched a new stream by them. You got it all wrong again.
That is our highest goal right now. If we can get somebody that is dedicated to hating us enough that they make a new video every week responding to everything we got wrong, I would love it.
Evil Cameron, just like every time someone else talks, he goes, continue.
Oh, okay. It's,
Evil Nick uses a Microsoft Surface. Evil Carl's just all like 24/7.
constantly screaming.
Yes, good.
I actually have a script.
Don't say that. You break the outlines.
We did okay this time. We contributed.
Yeah, we did the outline this time.
My outline is up in my head.
Ooh.
That's important.
That's powerful. Well, where's your outline say to go next? Do you want?
I don't know.
You don't know? You have no idea? None at all?
You guys want to talk about April Fool's stuff?
I want to talk about April Fool's.
We should just keep going with
Nicholas.
that. There was so much of it.
There was a ton of it. And
Good.
a lot of it was great.
It was a good April Fool's again.
One thing we didn't note is that Subaru changed her profile picture on Twitter to a literal duck.
Yeah, she gave in.
Which was fantastic. Very great. What else did we have happen? We had the EN stream. We had some myth. We had some council together.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Dr. Oopsie.
Yeah, Ina's Nothing Suspicious Here stream.
Yeah.
Which has been lingering in the background of my mind, absorbing mental bandwidth for a while.
So good.
There's something powerful about having on a Vtuber schedule. Just nothing suspicious here. See you in a week.
Yeah. And then when we get there, and it was all suspicious. So the plot line, we'll say, of this stream is that Dr. Oopsie kidnapped 5 people and put them in her basement.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Oopsie's definitely not Ina, quote unquote. And so she forced them to drink some Dr. Oopsie special potion. And 3 people that drank it became much younger, and 2 people that drank it became much older.
My back. So first of all, most concerning thing. What's more concerning? Producing children in your basement, or how good Fauna and Bei can sound old AF?
They're really good at it.
Those are good old voices.
Yeah. So yeah, Fauna and Bei were old, and then you had Ame, Iris, and Crony being young.
They were great at that.
They
you
were
know?
so good at that because Ame was just a natural troll
Good
anyways.
God.
So funny.
And that just gave Crony even more of an excuse to just flame people because she could pretend to be a child and not have to control herself.
Yeah, the most Kusogaki somehow. So she was just constantly like, yeah, well, I'm the greatest. And then Ame be like, you have a weird thing on your head. And it was just like back and forth
Literally
the whole
just
time.
Dr. Oopsie sobbing in the corner 24/7, unable to control that which she has wrought.
Yeah.
And then she comes in and tries and then just gets called flat.
So fucking mean.
It's like, she hardly even acknowledged it. She didn't even know what to say.
That was my favorite because she was like, she was so offended. Excuse me. Like immediately the response that she had was just, excuse me. Oh, because Iris just bullied her from the word go.
Yeah.
I mean, Ina's not really normally used to that kind of stuff.
No, she doesn't get bullied.
No, I mean, like, chat picks on her once in a while, but for the most part, everybody's very chill because
Yeah,
that's just the vibe.
People leave Ina the fuck alone till
Yeah.
tonight.
But that's like I love when Ina gets her dynamic switched.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen all the time. It's pretty rare. But like every once in a while she'll collab with somebody and then something will come out of left field and she's just like not expecting it. And her reactions are so genuinely great for that. Because she just doesn't know what to do. So she just rolls with it as best she can. It's so funny.
So yeah, lots of good stuff on it. For the record, they weren't just kind of hanging out in Hammer Space. They did play the Jackbox game. They played some Murder Party. They played some more of the fun games. I think they played Dictionarium, which is really fun. Good game.
Yeah.
Solid game.
And the whole thing ended up on, even after the stream, it ended up on Twitter after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kept continuing with their young and old personas.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They changed their profile pictures on Twitter for a while too. Which, by the way, Fauna's ended up being switched a little bit extra longer because I was in her Minecraft stream a day or two later where she was talking about it. And she's like, "Guys, my laptop blew up. That was the laptop where I had my profile pictures on,
Oh, no.
and where I was also logged into Twitter."
Oh, my God.
Fawny stuck around for a while, which is Fauna's old Sona, by the way, is Fawny. So she was around for a little bit extra time, which is great because I saw part of the stream when she was talking about she was like, "Yeah, Fawny's living on Twitter right now. Can't really do anything."
Order corn.
So I think my other favorite part of that was just the little kids making fun of the old people.
Yeah.
Old people, quote unquote, and them just being like, "Would you like to play bridge?" Like, that sounds lovely. You know, just like the interactions were just very, very good all around. Everybody did a fantastic job too.
We also
because I think Iris like pitch shifted her voice up or something,
Okay, so as far as I can tell,
or maybe it was Crony. Somebody did.
Crony and Ame for sure had voice filters because I know to listen to that. I think Iris was just doing it.
Yeah.
Like, Iris has that kind of range. Whereas, like, Crony's a deeper voice. And Ame's like a mid voice, but she can't really push her pitch that high.
Yeah.
Unless she's doing a gremlin squeal.
I knew somebody was doing a changer at some point there.
Yeah.
But also, I wanted to point out that Yabirus is inevitable.
God, I was ready to bring that up. Fucking Iris, I love her.
What's a dick shut? She's just doing that over and over because she's like trying to sound out the word dictionary, and I'm just like, fucking stop.
I heard she likes to goom.
She does like to goom. They're big on gooming.
Okay, so,
That sounds lovely.
so what does that word mean in your head, gentlemen?
I know what it sounds like it means.
I googled it up on the Urban Dictionary, and apparently it refers to partaking of the psychedelic mushroom. However, though, in the colloquial culture that we are submerged in, you and I, it has to do with sex.
I don't believe you. That's Yabai.
We hate you by here. Despise it.
Bring Shy Lily back.
I'm so sorry.
It's good. Her blowhole blast, by the way, actually is delicious.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Hashtag non-spawn.
I mean, yeah, the blowhole blast is so good. I just makes you want to just
Guzzle it?
guzzle down from the source of the blowhole. Yeah,
Yeah. There's nothing weird about it.
yeah.
Just try it. I mean, like, if you have the disposable income, it is
Just
a
suck
little,
it out.
you know.
Lily would be very happy to hear that.
Available now from whatever, Gamer Subs.
Gamer subs.
We tried it. It's definitely not a prop, actually. And it is, again, I was surprised. I thought it was really good. And boy, I was on a whole new level of energy because I don't drink energy drinks.
Yeah.
And I believe I spent a lot of time yelling at people that day.
Yeah, Gamer Subs isn't really a company that I think Hololive would be interested in working in. They like to kind of keep the cover of innocence.
Yeah, and Gamer Subs leans into the lewd. They've got waifu cups. They have collabed with obviously Shy Lily, and then I know they've worked with Shibuya Kaho.
If it's not girls in a near nude state or cups of buy now or you'll miss out waifus, it is men protruding milk from their stern pecs
Yeah,
or guacamole gamer fart.
yeah. So it's one of those things where I can't see Hololive really making a sincere
No.
attempt at crossing over with Gamer Subs.
Anything that could even remotely come off as negative for them as a brand, they probably won't even consider getting involved with.
Yeah, in general, they're definitely shooting for that no risk stuff.
Yeah, which is understandable because they portray themselves as an idol company as much as a VTuber company. So, got to keep it say so.
Although, I mean, they're selling a body pillow, so I don't know. Maybe
Here's the thing.
Maybe as long as it's in-house, they're okay with it.
Body pillows kind of ingratiate themselves within the culture. Like, there's that embedded otaku culture of just like, oh, of course these body pillows are fine as long as you don't take it too far. Like, it's fine to have a body pillow. We have a market for it. We have people who are more comfortable with it. I think in that regard, you can definitely argue that's like a double standard because they're making body pillows that depict their acts in such a lewd state. Whereas, meanwhile, the gamer sub's blowhole blast is not so far differentiated from it.
No, it's just a bikini. Like,
It helps that this is an exterior company, and that's their own efforts with talents who have clearly, to some extent, consented to it. Like, Crony knows what's going on. Marine wants it.
yeah, I was gonna say I could see a crossover with Marine really easily, but that's like,
I would drink the fuck out of, like, whatever pirate, dangerous marine drink she makes.
say for example, Marine's Fruity Booty, like something like that.
I want Hachima to make a drink and for it to be genuinely undrinkable.
I have something to say about that later, but she's our focus for
Yeah.
later. So I'm gonna save it for then.
Small
That's a good
tin of
idea.
ants.
It's literally just ants.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-ma.
Ha cha 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 ma.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my ant stream. Things have changed. This is my fourth persona. Achachachama.
Deactivate.
Roger.
What happened?
Nothing. You're fine. You're in a safe place.
We were talking about April Fool's Day, right?
No, we're talking about something that happened on April Fool's Day, but wasn't an April Fool.
I heard there was a new sheriff in town.
Yes, there was.
Carlos, give me a cowboy whistle. You know,
I can't whistle. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Nick?
I can't whistle either. Don't even try.
Well, that's
I can like. That's it.
It's very
okay,
unfortunate.
Can you go da-na-na-na-na, and then Nick goes wah, wah, wah.
I'm a little uncomfortable with this.
I understand.
I mean, if you want to go for it, go for it.
No, the can't whistle thing kind of killed it for me already. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no. It's okay, man.
It's unfortunate.
Not everything lands. It's good that you said
Planes
limits, though.
sometimes. My jokes ever. Anyway, Callie got a new outfit, guys. It's a cowboy sheriff.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was going to be an April Fool, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, she showed off some of the badges and stuff beforehand.
I knew it wasn't going to be a joke. Because Callie has wanted to be a cowboy since the dawn of time. I 100% promise you, when she first was getting her stuff figured out, she asked the managers, "But what if I was a sheriff?"
And then they proceeded to tell her, "Your death. How could how?"
People die in the Old West all the time.
It's called a black hat cowboy. They're the bad guys.
I'm rapping, I'm reaping souls, and I'm getting along, little doggies.
Tell you what. So she got a really cool outfit. She's got tons of cool badges on. The details are really nice on it. She got several firearms.
Yep.
She got a gun scythe, which is just wicked.
Oh, it's so Final Fantasy. I love the gun scythe.
Yeah, it's very cool. She got a couple 6-shooters on her hips. She got really nice thighs. I mean, chaps.
And big boobs.
Yeah. Good Lord. You didn't think she could get buffed, and then, whoa.
Those haven't gone fucking anywhere.
Yeah. So they definitely spared no expense on the details of her outfit. It looks really good, honestly. Like, just genuinely fantastic outfit, I think. Again, good work. I'm glad you get to live your best life, Callie. Sheriff, my apologies. And anything else you guys want to say about it?
Sadly, there was only one thing on her wish list she wasn't able to get.
Yes.
Now, cowboys are known for their noble steed. Unfortunately, due to you degenerates, she has a car.
I laughed so fucking hard at her little, dumb car JPEG that said law on the side of it. I feel bad because she obviously wanted to be able to have a horse, and it wasn't going to happen because People are fucking terrible on the internet. And if you don't know, then don't look it up. It's really not worth it.
If you don't know, don't know.
Yeah, that's just accept that some things aren't worth knowing and move on with your life. But anyway, because people are fucked up, she wasn't allowed to have a horse. So she had a really shitty car, JPEG. And to be fair, that was the best result. I laughed so hard when they showed that off. She was like, I have this shitty car. Just like, literally like a cartoon car. It's just a law.
I hope they make some sort of cartoon where like there's all these like people riding horses and shooting, and then Callie's just
driving behind him.
driving in her shitty car. It goes.
When the eyes of a ranger or reaper are upon you. If you got that reference, congratulations. You're either old or have way too much time on your hands. If you're like me, you're both. But I think that's all we have to say about Callie, right?
Yeah, there's no more Callie news.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
great. She has a new outfit. Everything's going well.
Yep, moving on.
Let's talk about other April 1st stuff. What do you say?
Yeah.
Suise got a new design.
She sure did. It's about time.
She's never been redesigned before. We got Comet-chan for one glorious day in April this year.
She was like a little child baby,
She was very uwu sugoi.
which is not her at all.
No, Suise decided to take her voice and just cram it up 4 registers, and then be very, very, very cute. And she was a PNG tuber for the day. My favorite part was when she did like the little chew thing and it was like Hazukashi, I'm embarrassed, and like moved the PNG back and forth a bunch and like dipped it off the screen.
It's an art form.
Yeah, like she piloted it very well. It was overall like really funny, and like I think she only did like a 30-minute stream or something, but she also had like a song made and everything. It was like the level that she put in was impressive. I think the only thing that was more impressive was Baby Muna, because she had a fully like rigged model. And so if you didn't see this, there was a 4-year-old Muna just being a brat and eating like candy on stream. It was adorable, but also like really funny in general. But she had a fully rigged like 4-year-old model of herself. It was insanity. Like for an April Fool's joke.
There seemed to be a lot of that this April Fool's. A lot of people like just randomly becoming 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Weird. I wonder if it's because it was Flair's birthday.
Oh, yeah, it's either, maybe it was Flair's birthday. Maybe it was just they found out they forgot to get Matsuri something for her birthday.
I fucking
But
hate this hobby.
there are a lot of young girls running around.
Weird.
We're gonna drop this topic now. If you want to watch the Muna stream, it's really cute. It's worth watching. She's fucking adorable. Whatever. Not in a weird way.
Not weird.
Not in a horse way.
Nay.
I'm gonna have to cut that joke. All right, you want to take this one?
Is it time for the boys?
The LaCroix boys? That's us.
The
Actually,
boy.
that's the guys from Kind of Funny. But
Oh, now they know.
yeah, sorry.
What if they watch a different podcast? If they know there's even one other podcast out there, they'll click off. Don't
I
look.
don't know.
We are all you have.
We're all you want.
We're all you need. Speaking of need.
Yata?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it, the English boys. They got their clothes off. They got their groove on.
Down to the pantsuit.
And they sung the Yata song, which I forgot existed and then painfully remembered. They nailed it.
They did. They did a really good job on the cover.
Yeah, Blue Boy still sounds like a bottom.
They even had the video.
You can't fight that, but go ahead.
They even had the video on like the old school resolution too,
Yeah.
which, by the way, YouTube still supports.
It Impressively.
Why is Vesper fucking like packed up? He looks like a moving van.
I mean, listen, if there's one guy that I would expect it from, it'd be him. He likes to disappear into the woods for 2 weeks and just like buy a spear and go out in the woods. Like,
Spear. Oh, what a man.
he is a manly man.
Absurd amount of respect.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Boys fucking killed it. That's just a great thing to do. Like going that fucking hard for April goddamn Fools, a full cover of a song with all the lads.
Everybody. This was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They were everyone is here. So
And keeping up with the whole underwear theme that apparently has been going on for a while with Hollow Stars that I have not been keeping up with, but I know there's something to it.
Yeah?
I didn't know that.
Yeah?
I have seen pictures online of
Yeah?
like boxers and things from the Hollow Stars. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't think I want to know.
Sometimes life just comes at you fast. You just got to roll with it.
Don't question the feelings you feel. Just yata.
Yatta, yatta. I know exactly what they need to do next time. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's just a bunch of guys dancing around naked with like ping pong balls and stuff. If you've ever been to a panel at any anime convention called "Oh my God, what the fuck did I just watch?" You know this video. But it's literally just like it's like a 3.5 minute song, and it's just a bunch of dudes dancing around naked with like fans and like ping pong balls and stuff. Really, like that is the next thing I can see them doing. I don't know why. I don't really want to see it. But if you guys want to do it, go for it. That's what I say.
I strongly suggest you do it.
Live your best lives.
Maybe next year.
And good job on the cover.
Good job.
You know what else you can do? You can cover a pizza in corn.
Yeah, most cultures will permit that, but I don't think you should actually
So,
do it.
have you ever had corn on pizza?
No.
Carlos and I have.
Tell me more.
So we went to Walmart at one point.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was you weren't there. I bought it myself, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we had talked about it.
Yeah, we had talked about it. We agreed to try it at some point. And I went to Walmart, picked up a couple like they have like the ready-made pizzas you can just throw in the oven, take 20 minutes, you got a pizza, you know.
Did you or knows?
Yeah, these are like the Walmart branded ones though.
Or you or knows?
Yes. Walmartos. Walmartizza.
Or matazza.
Sure. So they had one there that was called Mexican Street Corn Pizza.
Oh no, just the corn?
And it was a pizza with Mexican spices. And I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the cheese was actually not like mozzarella cheese. I think it was some sort of blend with like the Mexican
Like the Americanized blend where it's just like the cheddar and like the other cheeses.
no, it was like the cheese dip that you get
Like
at
queso?
Mexican restaurants. Yeah, queso. It had like queso on it.
Okay.
It was really like, and then it had corn on it.
That doesn't sound offensive. That sounds fine.
It was actually really delicious. It was on like it was a super thin crust, almost a cracker, really.
Yeah, so what did Kiara do?
Kiara, well, my wonderful, wonderful Kiara, she decided to make a corn cob crust pizza. I did not finish watching the stream. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have the time when it was going on, and I haven't gotten the chance to go back to it yet. But
You sure you weren't just wholly offended by the whole thing as a pure-blooded American?
no, not really. Because again, I've had corn on pizza before.
Mm.
It was good. I liked it. She found out that Little Caesars, an American pizza chain, was going to had for their April Fool's joke, decided to introduce corn cob crust pizza. And part of the advertising was that it came with a 2 liter of liquefied butter to drizzle or dunk your corn cob crust.
Oh,
They made like fake videos with like food influencers of them trying the corn cob crust pizza.
okay, that's strong. That's strong.
Like there was a pretty neat little advertising campaign. And then at the end of the thing, they were just like, we're joking. We're bringing back pretzel crust. Woo.
Whoa.
And Kiara was like, fuck that. I wanted corn cob crust. So she bought a pizza oven. Most hinged behavior, by the way. Bought a pizza oven. Made the dough. Bought the corn. Made a corn cob pizza. Now, again, I didn't get to finish the stream. I didn't get to see how it turned out. I got to watch the beginning of the stream. She was very excited because she bought a new camera. I can't imagine that it didn't go fantastic. Do we have... Yeah, we have pictures of it.
Oh.
Yep, she basically skinned the outside of the corn cob.
Oh.
So she had big old strips of corn on the edges of her pizza. Doesn't look bad. Looks like a fine pizza. It's very corny.
Based on the finger wag, it was okay.
Yeah, I believe that's probably what we could
Kiara.
expect.
Chihuahua.
And again, I love the fact that at one point she was just like, I bought a camera, I set it up, I'm not going to mess with it, I'm not going to touch it, I'm terrified that if I do, something will go wrong. And I was like, respect, understandable.
It's strange black magic.
Yeah, it's more the fact that she didn't want to like knock it over and show her face and all that. Yeah, look up the Yanner's accidental face reveal.
Yeah. Man, that's a shame. I like this job.
I know, right? You can't do anything at that point, but like, oops. But yeah, no. So yeah, it looks like pizza. It has corn cobs around the outside.
Would be the smoothest move? You know, the camera reveal accidentally happens. Just gives an awkward grin, lifts the pizza. It's not bad.
Right. So yeah, check out the corn cob crust pizza stream from Kiara. It's something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now we can leave the April Fool's content and talk about some serious stuff. On the merchandise scale, it looks as though they are finally listening to fan demand, and they are selling a 1-to-1 scale replica of Yagu.
It is not a replica. It is Yago.
They're shipping him. Mm-hmm. Now, this is going to cost more than usual, which already is an arm and a leg, because they got to fly him down.
Yeah, I believe it was $560,000.
Mm-hmm, which someone attempted to purchase.
I believe that would be worth it.
Obviously.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I got a pretty good credit limit, but holy shit.
Now, obviously, this was an April Fool. You can't buy the man.
But shipping is guaranteed by $8,500.
I know
that. You get a mummy. That's what you get. Yeah, they have this.
Who comes to your house? He sits on your couch. He throws corn chips at you. Sing.
You're my idol group now.
You're my Oshi.
But hey, little known fact, he is we've now been confirmed, he is officially made of Salisbury steak.
What do you mean he's made of Salisbury steak?
Was that in the listing?
It was in the listing.
Amazing.
No! What do you mean he's made of it?
I mean, he does a really good job of hiding it, but...
All this time, I thought he was foie gras. And here he was, Salisbury steaking it.
God, apparently I didn't pay close enough fucking attention. Life-size Yahoo. Thank you, Google. Yahoo.com swooping back in.
Life-size Yahoo!
Oh no, 404. The page you're looking for cannot be found.
Grab the cached page. What's the matter with you?
No, fuck off.
Come on. Either way, 1-to-1 scale Yago.
You had your chance. It's long gone.
If you didn't buy it, it's too late now.
I just love that. There he is. You can get him. Go, hurry.
Cover. It says in the background of his picture. Oh, man. Pecora, speaking of face reveals that we did a minute ago.
Again, we're outside. April Fool is done. Pecora finally got around to finally figuring out how cameras work, and we got to see her.
Then we got the new 3D reveal.
Yeah, that was awesome. 3D 2.0.
That's exactly what it was. It definitely wasn't a really good cosplayer that she recorded and voiced over.
That would be an April Fool's joke, and this is serious for real.
Yeah. 100% happened. Did you get to see it, Carlos?
I did.
Yeah, it was a nice little 3-minute video. What'd you think?
It was good.
But honestly, that cosplay was super impressive.
Yeah, spot on.
And then I didn't understand the voiceover. I don't think there was an English subtitle track for it. I watched it and nodded politely and was like, yes. Yeah. I understand what's happening here. This is very enjoyable.
Yeah, I couldn't really focus on it because my phone kept buzzing me. My bank was trying to figure out why I was spending $600K, so
yeah,
I had to clear that up.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't cover it.
I don't know.
Who's on the podcast finally?
God, can you imagine getting to sit down with Yago and just like, I don't even know what I'd say to him. What do you say to Yago? Like, thank you for all of this. Thank you for having the drive to just be like, that AKB-48, we can make it weebier. We can appeal to the fucking dorks of the world a little harder. Like,
you go around talking to him all, like, thanking him about all that stuff, and he sits there and gives his stern Japanese businessman
Yeah.
look as he does in all of his appearances.
And he's just like, It's amazing. Like, my favorite thing ever is, I think it was Fubuki. I don't remember who it was. Somebody was just like, they found out that he's married and has kids.
Oh my god. That's
And they were
strange.
just like, what? And then like, but my favorite reaction to anything ever involving Yago, I've probably said this before, I'm going to say it again. I'll say it every time it comes up, is back when Coco, God rest her soul,
God bless.
she got a submission from somebody for a meme video. And it was like this old picture of Yago that somebody found in a magazine of him advertising like games that he had worked on. And her response was like to laugh really hard and then just say, where the fuck did you find this? Like, this is a black and white photo from a fucking Japanese magazine from the early 2000s or 90s. Like, how did you do this? What the fuck?
There he is.
And that's just how strong the memes in this community can be. I just love it so much. Best girl, man. Best girl.
Best girl.
I could have owned Best Girl.
You could have.
If only I tried harder in life and had more money. Anyway, Ollie.
She keeps fucking finding every time anyone posts goddamn anything.
How the fuck did you find this, Ollie?
This is just a blanket statement, but it happened again this week.
So I want to tie the crony one into this in a little bit, just so you know. But go ahead.
Ollie, hello. First of all,
The only person that's watching us.
you're doing great, Ollie. She'd find this.
She would, yeah.
Listen, I understand the temptation to be on top of your image and to know what's going on. You do not need to be alerted every time the word Ollie or hot zombie is used.
Thickest ass.
That gentleman, he posted fan art of you, and it was lewd. He didn't want you to find it because he respected you. He didn't want to subject you to it. He didn't want to know your opinion on it. That was very nice of him. Why did you see it? Why did you comment on it? Eye emojis? He did not want to be seen. He did not wish for this. And yet you see it. To what extent do you go through this? Now, that'd be obscene enough. But you do it again. And again. Why are you here, Ollie? Why are you here?
Oh, wasn't that the guy's like, Ollie, I purposely did not
Yes!
use your art tag. I did not want you to find
This
this.
was not for you. This is equivalent to a scrap, a mistake. This is a doodle of your crush in high school you throw away. But you, as the crush in the high school, dig through the trash and go, yes. You hang it up in your locker.
I'm gonna say it again. Ollie is the biggest VTuber simp.
Yeah.
And sometimes she's got a simp for herself. It's just like, no, she's not crony, but again, she's got a simp for herself sometimes.
Not
So she
everyone can
just
be perfect.
she digs for what's out there for herself right now. Sometimes I'm sure she does it.
I love her energy, genuinely do.
So good. She just loves what she's doing. She loves the people she gets to work with, and like it's so obvious. And she loves like she shows up in like indie streams and shit.
Yeah.
She's like so prevalent, just everywhere. She
I saw
just
an
is
animation,
so into VTubers.
an animation that only had like 5,000 views. She was there. She's like, this shit kicks ass. Way to go, dude.
So we also had we saw a tweet from her where somebody was saying who was like the thickest ass in Hololive or something, and some guy was like, low key is Ollie though.
And then Ollie appears.
And then Ollie just shows up as just like, hey, thank you. What? How the fuck did you find this?
This clearly goes beyond like she's trying to entertain or trying to draw people in. She do that in a broader forum. She's doing this in such a small, specific space that it leads me to believe it's some genuine desire of hers.
It has to be. I mean, there's a million billion indie VTubers now too. But again, she just like she loves VTubing as a thing.
Yeah.
And like it's admirable. She goes after it. She's in it now. Like it's all around her. I can't remember exact details on this one, unfortunately, but I do know that like Ollie was a big simp for a lot of the Hololive girls. And I'm pretty sure at least one or two of them, whenever she was applying, was just like, oh, yeah, she's probably all right. Like, like I can't imagine that wasn't the case. Like she had to have somebody there that was just like, oh yeah, I'd vouch for her. She's pretty all right. Like, she's
cool.
She's in on that community, I feel like.
She's nice. She really wanted to sniff my car seat, but she didn't.
Yes, I appreciated that about her.
I thought
She
that was
asked
pretty
first
cool.
before she did it.
I thought that was cool about her. Definitely let her in.
I only woke up with like a couple of clips of hair missing, so it's fine. She's all right. I also want to bring this back real quick to that Crony post from a little while ago, where some guy posted a picture of Crony and made a very unfortunate spelling mistake, and he said, "God, I love this cock," and it was a picture of Crony. And then he made an addendum to that tweet. Didn't erase the tweet, like fucking posted after it in all caps and said, or I don't think it was all caps at this point. He was just like, I meant to say clock. And then Crony responded with like side eyes. And his response was, "Why are you here?" Like, he was just so confused because like,
Don't engage.
why? That's that fucking
Yeah.
throwing away the picture of your crush and them finding it.
Yeah,
Like, that's what
even
that
worse,
is.
Though.
So funny though.
That's like, okay, you left the country. You're in like Canada or whatever, but not Crony's Canada, metaphorical Canada.
Like
And
where my girlfriend lives. Yeah.
Yeah. And you trip and you drop your poutine. You go, oh shit, my poutine. And you look up and your crush from Tennessee is there and goes, and then she leaves.
You're a fucking nerd. Just walks
Why
up.
are you here? Did you get a passport? Where's your hotel? Bye.
Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Oh my god.
Here's $5. I'll mail it to you.
I'm a member now.
God, I love this cock clock.
Oh, I didn't even see the fucking Milky Queen and Callie cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why whenever we were talking about it, you said, yep, no more Callie. I was like, oh, this is a bit. Let me lean into it. Yep, no more Callie news at all. And then you kept going. It's like, fuck, Nick hates Callie.
I don't. I love Callie.
It's like, you're not fair, dude. I'm not prepared because I didn't know this song fucking came out. Show us how much I fucking know.
Oh my god. All right, so that's the thing is I didn't know this was in the notes. I had a messed up version of the notes. Callie did a cover of an Odo song. Or no. It's an Otto song called Odo.
Yeah.
And it's with Milky Queen, who's a very well-known VTuber, actually. And one of Callie's inspirations.
Oh, legit?
Yeah, like she's one of Callie's heroes.
Fucking damn.
She's done work with her before, too. She has another cover with her.
I know I will admit it's a little difficult to track like all of the news for Callie's music because there's so much of it, and she is always collabing with people.
Now, where do you see this?
It's
Like,
right
where?
there.
I know, but like, where do you like get to it?
What, the song itself?
Yeah, because like I'm not seeing it on her YouTube.
It,
It was right on her videos.
It was?
yeah,
Oh, maybe I'm a dork. 1 second.
It's right there.
it's on.
Oh, no,
No,
It's-
sorry,
I'm
I'm so cute. Yeah.
it's
well-
on Milky Queen's YouTube.
Oh,
okay. That makes sense. I was gonna say it wouldn't be under live because it was posted. It wasn't a live thing.
Yeah, I know. I looked at videos first, then I looked at live. Okay, Milky Queen, Callie. Oh, there it is, right? Yeah, that's our boy. Wait, no, that's all.
Yeah, that's our old cover. That's Usewa, which is another Otto song.
Yeah, because they've done more than one.
I think I see it now. There it is. Wow, that doesn't have a crap ton of views. 26,000. This is news. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably why I didn't see it. Damn, a whole Mori Calliope I didn't see.
Well,
Yeah.
Milky Queen's YouTube doesn't get a lot of attention.
Is she more of a Twitch?
I believe so. I know at least she has a Twitch and she's active on it.
Yeah. It wouldn't really surprise me if she was more of like a Nico Doga or something, honestly, because she's Japanese.
Well, she considers herself a V singer anyway.
That makes sense.
So music is kind of, her thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that she's worked with Kelly before. They did Usewa last year, which is another Otto song. And now they did Odo, which is another really big Otto song. Otto, as you might know, also was the voice of Uta from One Piece film Red. So she's gotten some.
It's incredible how you say 1 3-letter name. It's like, who? Uta.
Yeah, exactly. That was the only reason I cared about that movie, and I still haven't seen it.
I only cared about the movie because it was One Piece.
There you go. I wanted to see Otto because Otto is really great. Usewa was the biggest song in Japan the year it came out. Like she exploded in popularity immediately. And a lot of that was because of the message of Usei Wa, which is like super counterculture in Japan. It's basically, you know, why the fuck would you want to work hard? Like, and shut the, like Usei Wa translates as shut the fuck up. Like, and it was the most
That's pretty
popular song in Japan the year it came out. It's fantastic. It's a really good song too. I recommend if you haven't listened to it.
Fuck Gambare.
Usei Wa.
Hey. So yeah, cool cover. Go look it up. If you're watching this podcast, you might have actually missed it because I did. Holy shit!
There you go.
Thank you, Carlos.
I mean, I was
Good
just, you know, surprised by it because it was like Teddy Lloyd and Nico27 were involved with it
Yeah.
too.
The question there
Big
is like, did they
producers.
do the backing track or did they work on the original song? I mean, they're credited in the video, so that leads me to believe they're like a new thing brought on, but maybe that's not the case.
I think they worked with Ado on it. I'm not 100% on that though, but I think they're originally part of it.
Something to look up later
Yeah,
because that'll require a deep dive and me to actually listen to things.
more information coming eventually.
Yeah, look forward to our follow-up podcast at the end of the year. Shit we fucked up on.
I'm not digging through all these to find what we messed up. That's a
No,
lot of
our
work.
viewers will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ollie. All right, back on track. Let's talk about Hologrow. What do you say? What do you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
There's a new one. It's a nostalgia themed Hologrow. I'm gonna be honest. I have not watched this one.
I have not watched this one, Carlos.
All right.
It's all you, but
Well, you know, holographs are usually pretty crazy.
They usually involve eating shit, tentacles, and nonsense.
they're very chaotic.
Well, this one was mostly none of that, actually.
No way.
It was, I mean, it was still a little goofy. You know, they still had a little bit of it there, but it was Sora and Achan were like two of the big names that were running it this time.
Nice.
And they were just kind of going through like the meaning of nostalgia and being a little bit goofy about it. And, you know, with, you know, Sora being one of, you know, the debuter of it, you know, of course it made sense. Nostalgia, you had to bring her into it. Oh, it was just actually a pretty wholesome one.
I'm gonna have to look it up after we're done here because that sounds great. Honestly, Achan and Sora are a power duo. Achan joined to support Sora in the beginning. If you don't know that, so they've been friends forever. They've been helping each other through the industry forever. So
Yeah, and that's how the hologram ends, with the two of them just kind of talking too.
there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that immediately after we're done here. I think.
You know what else we're gonna watch immediately?
What's that?
It's time to talk about the Kizuna no Elele. It's the Kizuna AI anime.
Oh my god!
Wake up, honey. What is it? Is Kizuna AI back? Not kinda anime. There's an anime about Kizuna AI about an academy of people trying to learn how to be a Vtuber. VTubers, that's super popular. Make an anime. Doi.
That's how it goes. That's why there's an anime about Azure Lane.
There's
Anyway.
a lot of animes about a lot of things.
There's two anime
Mixed
about Azure
reception
Lane.
on the first episode as expected. God, sorry to shit on you, Kiz and I just always think it's that project has gone insane. I don't know what's happening with it.
I have not been able to. I've not followed any Kizuna AI stuff in forever.
Yeah.
Frankly, because she disappeared. And this starts off with a tagline like, find out what happened to Kizuna Ai while she was gone.
What happened to Hatsune Miku? Why'd she disappear? Watch the video and find out.
The disappearance of
Hatsune
Hatsune Miku. Oh my god.
I'm reading through the description. I had linked it whenever I discovered this was happening. I just said, oh no.
Yeah.
And it looks like Carlos did the work and actually did some more research into it because I forgot to.
Yeah.
I'm seeing mostly traditional anime, but the VTuber scenes are 3D.
Yeah, they actually include like real, as if you were watching a VTuber
It's
stream.
just like Code Lyoko.
Not a reference I was expecting, but all right.
Gentlemen,
That is a take.
gentlemen, we're going to table the discussion just for 5 seconds. So you have a counter in your head. Is Aelita a VTuber?
Shut up.
This is actually the happiest I've ever been with a joke. So yeah, a Kizuna AI anime. The biggest thing definitely is with Kizuna AI, they had a spark in the bottle. They had a seat at the VTuber elite table, and then their talent said, I'm done.
Yeah.
We forgot to make more talents. Did Hololive forget to make more talents?
No.
So there's a girl who eats spiders. She has more subscribers than us. Uncomfortable breathing. New girl is also Kizuna. It's like the Doctor Who. Woo! Woo! Look, she's back. Everyone clap, please. So it's been a lot of that.
I haven't seen anything after the point of her leaving, basically.
It's mostly just been clasping onto the image they had because the company themselves, they're confused what to do. They're spooked. And here we are now with a Kizuna AI anime, which this is my experience. If there's a Kizuna AI stand watching, I would genuinely like to be informed. Kizuna just went away and doesn't make anything that appeals to like the broad internet culture anymore. Like her shit will always be funny. She was great when she was around, but she's not around. So it's weird to see stuff. This is the equivalent of like Hololive going, hey, we made a short show about Coco. Yeah, here you go. Do you miss Coco? Watch this if you miss her. I almost kind of prefer they just, move on.
Just let it go, man. Just let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's money to be made. They're going to do tie-ins where they can, obviously. It's a business for a reason. This obviously, I think for all of us, it kind of rings hollow.
Live.
No, just hollow.
Yeah.
Like the ones from Bleach.
Hey.
Empty on the inside.
Still, I think I'll go on my way to watch this. I've been watching a lot of just like mid-tier stuff lately.
It's just I did look into it a little bit, and it really the basis of it is people that I think the main character wants to be a VTuber and was inspired by Kizuna to be one, and it's like it's a slice of life about this girl that wants to be a VTuber, and they're just kind of using Kizuna's brand name to sell it.
On Mal, it has 5.8.
Yeah.
Strong showing.
Oh, it's on Crunchyroll. That's not saying much. Fruit of Evolution got on Crunchyroll.
I mean, yeah. Do you have something made in Japan? No? Yeah, we'll put it on there anyways.
It's Crunchyroll. If it's too lewd for Crunchyroll, it's on High Dive. If it's not on High Dive, it's not real.
It's on Retro Crush.
No, if it's not on High Dive, it's on Netflix.
There it is. And if it was made more than 10 years ago, it's on Retro Crush.
Please, we swear, Knights of Sidonia is great. Give it a shot.
Why not? Please.
I never watched Knights of Sidonia. I'm sorry if you liked it. That was just a funny haha.
Cover your ass harder, Cameron.
Yeah.
Do it.
Speaking of covering your ass, I want to talk a little bit about part of the industry that we don't shout out a whole ton, but we all shamelessly use. Clippers.
Yeah. VTube Tengoku is my go-to.
So, in general, clippers are genuinely an accepted part of the ecosystem.
A celebrated part.
When it comes to let's flash back to 2012, 2013 YouTube, maybe in 2015, where reaction channels were like the scum of the earth. You are stealing content, you're putting your mug over it, and you're doing nothing good. This is nothing like that, although it may seem that way at first. All clippers do is they take the scenes they enjoyed from a VTuber stream, they often translate it themselves, and then they post it. And then it does fairly well. And those people go, I like this clipper because he's helping me know about the VTuber, but I will also follow the VTuber. And since she seems fun and nice, I'll send her some money, which is where they do make a lot of their cash based on that breakdown we saw.
See, there's two big differences between, as you were saying, reaction videos and these clippers.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is most of the clippers have stated that money means nothing to them. That I the one in particular that was recently, talking about it a little bit. He's like, he openly admitted, I was making $1,000 a month off of this.
I was going to bring that up.
And pretty much all of that money was going straight back into Hololive merch.
Yeah, they do it out of the kindness of their heart. They just genuinely enjoy doing it, and they themselves are fans of the thing. And none of the talents dislike clippers. The nice clippers are the reason the rabbit hole began.
Yeah.
Much as we credit everything else.
And then the other side of it was obviously the translations.
That's the only reason I know what the fuck Pecora's saying. That's the only reason I know and give a shit about this rabbit.
There's a dedicated Mio clipper that I love because there's new Mio content every day if you're subscribed to them. And just It's great because nobody else clips me out for the most part.
Hololive would not have happened in America, in the English-speaking countries, without these guys on the front line helping to translate this shit, get other people into it, and helping the community grow. And YouTube is doing some bad moves and letting their content be flagged, which is why we're even discussing this. Clippers have been having their content mass tagged as either copywritten or repetitive content or spam and having it removed. Now, this sucks to some extent. The Clippers, like you said, they're not doing this for their primary monetary gain. It's not putting their livelihood at risk. What it's putting at risk is what they do. They like to do this, and for a lot of VTubers, this is how they get the word out. Like, a lot of the smaller VTubers have to clip themselves and hope that stuff picks up, play the shorts game. But a lot of these bigger VTubers, and some of the ones that eventually move up the tier list, depend on Clippers to get their content out to a mass scale. Clippers will edit the shit down, remove space between the funny ha-has, add music, add zoom-ins, Naruto sound effects. And it's where a lot of us who don't have time to watch a 2-hour stream can get the gist.
Yeah, we get the highlights because of the Clippers. And then we turn to the talents for more stuff. So,
And this is especially helpful for indies that they don't have an audience.
Exactly.
And Clippers can help bring an audience to them.
It's a delicate balance you don't see very often. It's rare that, like, these kind of relationships are so bountiful and two-sided and good. Mm-hmm. Like, Hololive as a company is like, hell yeah, we know what these Clippers are about. We don't dislike them. Obviously, there's Clippers that suck monkey butt, but those guys, they apologize when they fuck up, at least.
Yeah, there's been some instances in the past where you've had Clippers that have specifically monetized and over monetized. There was one that tried to start their own Patreon and they basically got kicked entirely out of the community.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah, so there are instances, of course, there's bad apples in every group. You just have to prune where you can. That just is what it is. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, Clippers are seen as the good guys, and obviously the talent are known as the good guys as well. But there's always been a mutual understanding and respect. So a part of me would just like to believe this is some algorithm gone wrong.
It's YouTube, yeah.
Which is very common. That happens a lot.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but YouTube is a weird platform to post to.
100%. I'm going to give you a personal example. I posted a YouTube short for the first time in my life like a week ago. Mm-hmm. And overnight, it got 1,200 views. That's more views than I've gotten on anything in my entire life. It was really cool to see that.
He's been seen.
I posted 3 more ever since, and none of them have gotten more than 2. And I'm like, what the fuck, YouTube? So, and that's just my own personal experience with the fact that YouTube doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Whenever you start creating things, it's really weird.
Yeah. For another example, recently I got curious. There was an old YouTuber that they used to recommend their videos to me all the time. Now, I hadn't watched his videos much at all. I stopped clicking on them, and they just kind of disappeared. They stopped being recommended to me. Mm-hmm. So I went to his channel. It's like, oh, I wonder what he's been up to. Looked at the first video. It's like, oh, this isn't good. Oh, no. Clicked on it, and he was talking about his views, and he's like, guys, I've got 2 million subscribers. My newest video that I just posted, I worked super hard on it. I make half-hour long videos. And it's like 95% of the people that viewed my video were only subscribers. My videos are not getting recommended at all. And it's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. If you can figure out the algorithm, you can turn it towards you somehow with YouTube.
Yeah.
And sometimes, obviously, you just chance into it. It's really strange, but there's no one that ever 100% knows the algorithm. You've got people, for some reason, it comes to mind for me for Ludwig. That guy just knows it. Yeah. He has an inherent sense. I think Gura has it too, actually.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to VTubers, she has an inherent sense of how the algorithm works, and she can just turn it towards her favor. And that's really impressive. It's like a sixth sense. I need to borrow that, please. But for everybody else, it's just a guessing game. You try and throw things up and see what works. But
then just also speaking more on how YouTube's a tricky platform to post to. There's some guys I watch, and he has started his Final Fantasy IX playthrough. He has to use a mod that changes all the music from the original soundtrack to orchestral renditions. He has to do this because if the YouTube algorithm or whatever is monitoring hears FF9 music, it will copyright strike your whole stream. Not from Square Enix, from a rapper who sampled FF9.
Yep. That sounds right to me. That's YouTube copyright right there.
My money now.
It's so ridiculous.
All you have to do is just be the first person to say that song's mine. And now it's yours. You did it.
It's very silly sometimes.
There was like some people who were posting vlogs and the crickets were getting sound checked in the background. That's mine. Those are my crickets.
Yeah, I can believe that somehow. Anyway, the point being, like, it's a symbiotic relationship that Clippers and talent have. They've always worked together for the most part. Mm-hmm. Again, there's some bad actors in every group.
Gargura exhaustive foot compilation.
That guy's a hero.
I love him.
So good. So if YouTube is fucking it up, YouTube's got to stop it. And the only way that's going to happen is if the companies address it. And it's in their best interest, not just financially, but for their communities. Because Hololive itself is a community, and there's 71 talents, we said.
Yeah, and that goes all the way.
And each one of those has their own community.
And it's not just Hololive that depends on it. It's like every VTuber company.
Yeah.
If you have anything to do with it, you like Clippers.
Exactly. It's I considered becoming a Clear Usui, Clear Rocket Channel Clipper for a hot moment.
Thank you for clarifying.
Because I was I watched a few of her streams in a week, and there were a couple moments I was like, I wish someone would clip that. And I was like, but I could.
To help get us off this subject and just a massive detour, Clear Rocket, how fucking excited is she for Artemis?
Dude, she's pumped.
This is her fucking year.
Dude, she's over 30K subs now. Like, she's just cruising. She's doing so good, and I'm so happy for her. Yeah, dude. Like, I love that freaking VTuber. She's so good.
I'm as soon as I saw Artemis 2, my first thought was, yes, we're going back to the moon. We're back. I thought, God's Clear Sky's so fucking pumped, I bet.
Guaranteed.
I love living vicariously through other people at times.
I'm telling you, man, like, I'm going to go back and clip some of her stuff and post it because it's so good.
I think that's genuinely a good call.
I'll become that, which I aspire to be.
You know what I aspire to be, Nick?
What's that?
A Tetris champion.
Good luck, nerd.
All I have to do is win the Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 tournament announced by the Hololive.
I hear there's 18 players in that.
I heard someone's not allowed to play.
Yeah. For very good reason.
She T-spins.
Yeah, let me tell you about... this might be unexpected coming from me, but let me tell you about Suisei. Suisei...
Dang, number goes up.
I like Suisei a lot.
Exhaustive Suicide compilation.
Suisei is very good at Tetris. Suisei has beaten numerous other Hololive members at Tetris in less than 20 seconds. She is very good at Tetris. She held off one of the top few players in the world. She had bonuses and boosts and things, but she managed to hold them off for quite some time. She is very good at Tetris.
Smug Pecora challenges Suisei in Tetris and is forced to bow down to her.
Yeah. Pecora was just like, have you played this before? And Suisei, like, obviously that's an act because Suisei is known as the god of Tetris. So she is disallowed from the tournament, though she is allowed to coach. Watching her play Tetris is...
I'm cringing because I can already see her setting up T-spins. Fuck her! God damn it, yep.
She's so good.
She recognizes the patterns. I'm just good enough at Tetris that I recognize when people are setting up T-spins, and I don't know how to do them myself. It's just... I don't know what the equivalent is. It's just a moment you see someone do an obscure bit of talent, and you're just smart enough to say, oh no.
You recognize the ability, though you don't have it yourself. Yeah, she's very good. So real quick, though, let me go over who else is actually in this and is competing. You got Sora. You got Roboko-san. You got Azuki. You got Miko. You got Mel, Aki, Fubuki, Matsuri, Subaru, Okayu, Korone, Marine, Kanata, Nene, Porka, Louie. I don't know why I only accent her name. Polka, Louis, Kayori, Yoroha.
Yoroha. I can tell you why. It's because polka, cute, good name. Polka.
Polka.
That's how she says it. And
It's
it's
exactly
her waking up, go polka, polka. It's good. It's my energy.
Polka. That's how she greets people. Anyway, so you got a good cast there. My money's probably on Korone or Okayu because they are the Gemazu,
My money's on polka.
or Fubuki.
Definitely polka.
Though, yeah, Polka could be a dark horse, honestly. It wouldn't shock me. I don't count Subaru as being a great player, probably.
She'll go. She'll be
She'll
yelling.
scream
Yeah,
a
she'll
lot.
scream, yeah.
Yeah.
This would be
Louis, I
very
don't know, maybe.
watchable.
Either way, this should be really fun. Kanato's going to break her controller in half. That's my predictions.
Good shit. Good shit.
So yeah, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 tournament coming up. I'm excited.
I'm
It'll
excited.
be a fun time.
I'm pumped. I fucking love Puyo Puyo Tetris.
I don't think we have a date for it, but it's coming soon.
Someone should make like a low poly Hololive game.
Me? Should I do that?
Start with the donut.
Okay.
Go from there.
Just like Fauna. Fauna
just
started
like
with
Fauna.
a donut. She made a blender donut. Did you see it?
I just watched that today.
So did we.
I was impressed. I was like, shit, damn,
That's
girl.
a damn good donut.
Yeah, it's a nice donut. Fauna, nice donut. You keep that fucking donut skill up. What are we talking?
What the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about Crony.
I heard that she has a schedule released.
Yeah, she did. And the most important part of that, in my opinion, is that she's going to be playing 5D chess with multiverse time travel with Ame.
So, it's not often I give a shit about the Hololive lore because it's so cringy and hard to follow. But I do prescribe to the headcanon that Ame got her timepiece by stealing it from Crony. So I like the idea they have beef.
It's a really good idea for like background, frankly.
I swear it's like at some point acknowledged and canonized, but genuinely it must be what happened. These two have to like deep down in the story lore hate each other.
I don't think we've had a one-on-one collab with them before, have we?
No, I don't
So
think
this is
so.
going to be great, actually. I'm really excited for this. It's two talents I don't follow very closely individually, but I think that well, first of all, they're both really good. But I think when they come together, it's going to be something to see, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially with a game like this.
it looks like at some point the two talked, and Crony did say, "Hey, Ame, where'd you get that watch from?" So yeah,
Makes sense.
Lightly canon. I still love it. I would watch an animate series about it.
I probably would too.
I wish we had this fucking podcast around when the Bad End animation came out, you know, with Ina losing her fucking shit and killing everyone.
Yeah, it
That
was really
kicked.
good.
I showed that to like friends who don't give a shit about Hololive, and they said that kicks so much ass.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think at some point we might have to just go through like the best of the best fan creations and talk about
Absolutely,
them.
because there's so much good shit.
Yeah, because the fan community obviously for Hololive is extensive and very impressive when it comes to some of
That
the stuff.
reminds
they
me.
do.
I remember that platformer that came out like a long time ago.
Oh, the Ame one?
I completely forgot about that because I wanted to play that too.
Yeah.
Because I love platformers.
Yeah, it's still there. They've added characters.
I love the fact that they like Ame played it on stream like the week it came out.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, but that's back when everything was so ramshackle and just coming together. But they're going to be playing 5D chess. And as soon as I remembered what it was, that game's fucking nuts. It's based on like fucking superposition. You can
Quantum states.
You can checkmate from a different timeline. 5D chess is insane.
I can't wait to see this, frankly. I think it's going to be great.
It's 100% going to be both them saying cocky shit and then having no clue how to play the game.
I imagine that kind of game is probably like a super high skill cap game that you could probably play that for a very, very long time to master it and still learn more.
I don't think anyone would truly understands it, I guess. This is what I'm going to say. I don't think anyone really understands this game.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've gathered from the comments. So this will be fun. It'll be interesting to see them play it. It's an interesting combo we haven't really got a lot of before. So I think in general, this is going to be one to watch. This is going to be, put this on your highlights of things to watch this week.
Hey, Clippers.
Hey, Clippers, get ready. This is going to be a big one. While we're on schedules real quick, I want to highlight something from Kiara's
Of course.
because Kiwaba is great.
Oshida.
I chatted in her chat today for the first time.
Guys, this is news.
I'm getting better. I don't remember. Oh, she was acting. She was a cat at the beginning of her stream, and I was just like, I know how this goes. She's gonna sit here and purr for a while, and then she's gonna get bored and start swiping, just try and take people out. And guess what? She didn't. She was just like, I'm sleepy. Called it wrong again. Just like with every woman I've ever talked to. What?
That's getting cut out.
Probably not. Kiara's schedule, though. So she has a couple interesting things that are on there. On Wednesday, we get the debut of Genma. Because Genma is going to be helping her open card packs from her collaboration with Weiss Schwarz, the anime card game that we both bought into at one point and never played. We figured out how to play it, and we're like, this is weird, and then we never played it. But it's in one of those ones that we've talked about before. It's kind of an interesting thing. But yeah, Genma's going to be there. And I want to know how this goes. I want to know how involved Genma is. People are calling this the Genma debut. But Genma, if you don't know, I guess I should explain this part, is one of their managers. They are a Hololive manager, so this is going to be interesting.
Huh.
Because I think the only time we've seen a manager before in content from Hololive that I can think of is when they were playing Left 4 Dead 2 and they had an extra spot and one of the managers just jumped in and proceeded to carry the game for them. Which was awesome.
I always love that shit.
And I don't think that was... Because Genma is different from J-Chad. And then there's another one that was just Mane-chan or something. I don't remember. I know there's a few different managers. Of course, they all have their individual managers. I wouldn't be surprised if one manager covers more than one talent sometimes. Depends on the situations, I'm sure. Again, there's not a lot of transparency with how that all works. But it's not something most people think about all the time. But I'm excited to figure out more about Genma. I hope you guys are too. Do you have anything? Anything at all?
Genma.
Not Genma stands?
Genma.
Oh. That does remind me, though, we kind of forgot about and skipped over it. Speaking of debuts.
Speaking of debuts. Oh, no, you want that so bad. Yeah, okay, let's talk about the worm.
I feel that I am outside of a loop right now.
Scroll back up.
So back to the Hollow Stars again.
Yeah, I heard they had another debut. We got cautiously close to my Centipede debut I've been clamoring for.
You were so close to it.
I was so fucking close, but the cowards, they had to show a roach, a worm, a gorilla, etc. They had fake silhouettes for like, it's about to debut, and it's like a fucking worm.
Wormtuber.
Finally. Hey guys, I got no arms. Today we're gonna play one-handed clapping.
It's me, you V-worm.
Hey, Wormtuber, are you in Hollow Stars or are you in the normal VTubers? I'm a hermaphrodite, so that's kind of up to however I identify.
Worms is a fun game.
Worms is a great game. They played it a couple times. I remember.
Yeah, there's some really good clips.
I remember when they were streaming it. I think Ame was one of the MCs. Said, let's hear how Crony's doing. Turn up the phone. Oh, fuck you. Okay, we're turning that down. The Worms was so good. I think Nora was in that Vesper.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think the boys were around and they were real. That was the first stream where I said, yeah, the boys are doing just fine. They were just as funny in that.
Chadley lads. All right, real quick, the other thing that was from Kiara's schedule was the Easter special collab is happening on Sunday, which is the same day.
Sunday.
Yeah, Easter Sunday. It's the same day as Kiara's panel at Anime Boston.
Wow, that sounds fun.
She's going to be a busy lady.
She is going to be a busy lady. Now, here's what sucks, though. This is Hololive content. How are we going to cover it?
I don't know.
So you're driving, right?
Yeah. We're going to Anime Boston.
Yeah, woo.
Carlos decided not to go.
We decided he couldn't come.
So we've shamed him publicly and privately about this matter.
Mm-hmm.
It did not matter. He was not ashamed.
There's very little shame left in my life.
Yeah.
This man owns a, what's that shirt that you have?
Metamorphosis?
Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
This man owns a Metamorphosis shirt
yeah.
and wears it around here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I mostly wear it at conventions in public places.
It's
that
fine.
where it would be recognized.
It's fine. It's my favorite JoJo part.
Point is, Cam and I will be at Anime Boston. If you're there, come say hi.
How are you seeing this podcast and going to Anime Boston? What a great crossover. Please seek us out.
Yeah, we'll give you a high five.
we will hang out with you.
Maybe a hug if you're not creepy and smelly.
I can sell for one.
And of course, only as much as you're comfortable with.
Yes, this is all about comfort. This is a very comfortable podcast.
So, Ollie, if you're there,
I think was Ollie one of the choices even for that one. But that actually segues very nicely into Hololive Meet.
yes, this is one of the events for Hololive Meet, which is a new thing that they're doing. It's a new initiative, I guess you could say, much like the Avengers.
Now, my understanding is they had already been doing it a little bit, but they're reinitializing it, which is to say they're pushing it more. They're having more talents do it.
There's a website for it now.
Yeah.
And it's basically all the different events that you can go to where you can meet or view members of Hololive they're doing panels or they're doing concerts, that kind of stuff. At Anime Boston, we've talked about this in the past. There's a big long list of people that you had the chance to get to sit down and have a one-on-one talk with. Cameron gets to talk to Bay.
I get to talk to the rat.
He gets to talk to the rat.
Very excited about that.
I applied for Kiara. Didn't get it. That's life. I'm still going to go to Anime Boston. I'm still going to go to her panel. We're going to have a great time.
Genuinely excited for the panels. I think those are going to be awesome. And I'm just double checking the guests page because I think it'd be really cool to say who all is coming. Yeah. That way we get to know.
The other thing that they have listed right now on the Hololive Meet page is they have MomoCon listed. Let's see who's going to be there. Mume, Crony, Axel, Altair, and Josuiji Shinri, who I don't actually know. They're all going to be at MomoCon, though. And, of course, if you're in the EU, start pressuring them to get some events going over there for you. You'll get probably to meet Kiara.
and if you're one of the fellas coming down to Boston, I think we even went over Boston specifically in one of the podcasts, but again, it'd be Fubuki, Risu, Kinaru, Kobo, Kiara, Bales, Desmond, and Vesper.
Yep. So they got a good selection. There's going to be a lot of cool ways. And I think now that, again, I get to say the thing we've all been saying, now that the world is opening up again, we'll have a lot more chances. And I think that's probably the reason that they've put up the Hololive Meet page and everything. So it's a great way to check who's going to be where and how you can meet them. And they also have some ambassadors selected.
Yeah. And listen, if you get selected, it's a short conversation with them. Tons of other people won. It doesn't last super long, but it's still a chance to talk with them. And even if you don't win, they're doing panels and hanging out. This is still super cool. They do karaoke at night. If they have stuff to talk about, look, they're not actually physically there. They're video chatting in. Their dimension needs them. But it's still a cool chance to be with other people who like Hololive as much as you do. And most of them don't smell. And most of them are cool. And even the ones that do smell are kind of cool too. They just need to stop smelling, and it's not their fault. A lot of shit going on.
It's kind of their fault. I mean, well, not always, but like, take a shower.
Yeah, it's not like the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering fans who stink on purpose for a strategic advantage.
You know who you are.
That's a real thing.
Anyway, the ambassadors are Iris, Altair, Robaru, Miko, and Ollie. So that's cool. I guess that just means there's going to be a focus on them in the future.
Common trait between all of them, extrovert.
Very fair. Yeah.
They could talk all day to human people.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be good. That's a good selection for them. Just in general, yeah, there's going to be more chances to get face to screen with some VTubers, which is cool.
And to emphasize on the whole European thing, I know Kiara has mentioned specifically she has reached out to European events, and the vast majority of them they're run by a bunch of old school people that don't even want to give them the time of day. So I know a lot of European fans like to complain about the lack of Hololive support in Europe, and having fans actually pressure events is the only thing that can really be done.
So that's what you got to do. Get out there, get your voices heard. Start a writing campaign. I don't know. Use Twitter. That's what kids do nowadays, isn't it?
Look to France for inspiration.
Yeah, we made our first official tweet today, and it was basically attention whoring for a rat. So that's fine.
I did not write it.
I did.
Post it or fucking approve of it.
He didn't disapprove either.
I vocally disapprove.
He didn't stop me.
I don't want the rat to know about any of us.
She's gonna talk to you face to face in a fucking 4 days.
I'm not gonna mention. Hi, I have a podcast.
You better mention it. You better be like, "Bae, check it. We got a podcast, right?"
Sup, bitch.
Somehow, I think she'd go along with that.
I mean, fair.
She did go New Year's. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Like,
fucking love Bay.
Bae is a gem.
That is the one
mean-
thing when we're actually driving down to the con. That the fucking day before another Chadcast comes out,
There you go.
I have to listen to it. Chadcast is literally my main thing. When Chadcasts come out, she doesn't know what a GBA is. I think if you talked with Bay, you would go insane. You'd go, I put an HDMI port on my N64. What's an N64?
We're different people from different generations. I love her for the things she is, and I don't discredit her for the things she isn't. I respect her. I don't like her. No, I think Bae's great.
No, I
honestly, do.
fucking love
She's
her.
so good.
All right, that was a good news stuff. We also almost skipped over Aki back from a week off while she moved.
Yes, she did a really fun stream today or yesterday, recently, we'll say, where she was like covered in boxes and had a like boxes in her hair and stuff. Because apparently she has moved. She was off for a week while she did that. She's back now. She's over 750,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Somebody asked her about her nose and where it was. So there's a really good clip of that out
She
there.
doesn't have a nose.
Well, I mean, according to her, she does.
Here's the thing about primary sources and being in a... She would benefit from having a nose. Therefore, it's important to her to lie about it.
That's true. So anyway, check out that. Like I said, Clippers, VTube Tengoku is my go-to. So,
All right, good stuff.
Carlos, would you like to transition us into the next topic, please?
Go ahead, Carlos.
I don't even know where we are right now.
Go ahead, Carlos.
All right, I guess it's time for our weekly industry focus.
Okay.
Do better.
Your strings are uneven.
Don't make me feel worse.
So yes, who are we talking about this week?
So anyway, it's this week we're deciding to focus on Akai Hato, or as most people now know her, Hachima.
Hachima. Akai Hato means red heart,
Oh my god.
which is central to her design.
It sounds like she was meant to be quite a cute, unknowing, cute girl.
Yeah.
Innocent is the key term.
Yeah, maybe a little tsundere.
Yeah, Tsundere definitely was a big part of the focus, I think.
Yeah. And now she's just a fucking freak show.
No.
And we love her for it.
I mean, she still uses her old, like, cutesy model,
Mm-hmm.
but, I mean, that's not really her focus too much anymore. Just when she needs to be.
Okay, yeah. So, Hachima, a.k.a. Haito. She debuted back in 2018 on June 2nd, 2 days before my birthday.
Yay.
Early on, her focus was very typical of a lot of early on Hololive VTubers, right? Where it's like, I am a cute girl. I'm innocent. I got a shtick. And we're going to play some games and sing together. So I'm just like, man, I'm Tsundere. You guys watching me. You're a bunch of otakus. Fucking pigs. Like, just a little bit of spice, but it's like, pigs. Like, she's just being cute about it. It's like a mascot thing. But that's the thing about the people you don't suspect. There's just something down there that's wrong. Now, we've talked about a lot of talents who have, like, their unsuspecting sides. Like, oh man, who can expect Fubuki's this serious and can really hold people up? Oh man, Roboco can be lewd sometimes. No. That's silly. That's weird. That's off-putting. Haito is wrong.
She's a little insane. And again, that's why we like her. I was introduced to her when she ate a spider.
Spider cooking.
Yep.
So I'd say when she got turned around was where a lot of VTubers don't really get super turned around. It's when they get a new outfit. It's like, yeah, it's whatever. It's a new outfit. This is just, let's buy the merch, hang out. Let's reveal the model. Ooh. Coming down from the screen slowly. Except with her, there was decapitation. There was an ARG Nightmind-esque horror. There were revelations. There was a story. And there was the beginning of Hachima.
This was all prevented. This was all presented in a series of videos from her. And they got progressively darker, stranger, and weirder as they came out. And eventually they had to be removed. She hit a certain point where she had to take down all the videos that she'd posted of this entire series and had to go dark for a month and a half, somewhere in there. And she said she was going to find herself and then disappeared for a while. She came back. Most of the videos got reposted. And then she got to put up her conclusion. And it resulted in her with a new outfit.
Reunited. So it's around this point where, okay, I think there's a pretty common thing. People post the videos like how they started, where they are now. VTubers find themselves because all of them start out going, this is what I want to be. Bay has been open like, oh, when I started out, I was trying to do a high-pitched voice. I was trying to be in character. And then it's like, I'm just going to let the voice pitch. I'm going to talk with you guys. All of them have gone through this. Bay's is really apparent. Callie's is like blazingly apparent. Gura's even chilled the fuck out. Everyone has changed.
They all start like trying to play into their lore. And then eventually they're just like, I'm just going to be...
Hachima's the opposite. She both figures out what she wants to do and falls deeper into the rabbit hole, like borderline psychosis. She takes the story Cover wrote for her and writes a new one on top of it in blood and red marker because she ran out of blood. And now she has her story and she's invested in it. She's all the way in. Now she posts so many fucking edited, presented content videos of her cooking. Bitch made pasta.
Yeah, that's the... So she started doing the Hachama cooking series. I think the cooking series was before the whole
full-on
ARG
derangement.
thing.
It was the sign of the cracks.
Yeah, because like it started off with the fact that she's not very good at cooking, and then she started making cooking videos, which were like how to basic level of cooking videos. Again, bitch made pasta is my favorite, and it's what really introduced me to Hachama. And then the ARG thing happened, which was just insanity and like really got me involved. And at one point I was just sitting there watching it like, what the fuck is like what is going on?
And just in general, she's unhinged. Like she uses like literally cropped photos of porn of her for the thumbnails.
She's literally done reviews of her own lewds.
Yes. It's like she is a meme queen. She's a weirdo. She genuinely unhinged.
I will never forget the day I went into one of her streams and I was like, oh, it's all in Japanese. I have no idea what it is. I'm going to click on it, skip ahead halfway through, see what's going on. Skip ahead, what's on screen? An IRL camera showing lingerie.
Yeah.
She reviewed her own lingerie. She just showed people what she wears.
Yep.
Her limits are different.
And I got another one for you. All right, so I got this picture here. I was watching one of her cooking videos. It was an old one with Coco. So we got a tortilla. There's a dumpling, a couple of tomatoes, some cheese, mystery meat. I have no idea what those red things are.
Never seen them before in my life.
All right, so I guess I didn't take a picture of the finished product. But after she took all of that, she rolled it up, folded it up, and Coco was like, "What is this?" And she's like, "Oh, I have a finishing touch though." And she proceeded to put what looked like a marshmallow in the end of it. All right, so what do you think it was that she was making?
I have no fucking
Some sort of fucked up taco.
She was making pizza.
I thought Kiara was confused.
Yeah, that's Hachama cooking for you. Look up some of the videos; they're really good. She got in trouble with Coco for a while.
Yeah, she was a part of the China controversy.
Yeah, so she was basically got kicked out for 3 weeks to think about her actions, and also so that she didn't get completely antied.
Yeah.
She came back. She's still around. She wasn't the main focus of that controversy.
Yeah, the heat was on Coco.
It was Coco was the focus of it. And we all know how that ended up. But it's just worth mentioning that she was, caught up in that as well. But she's also on break right now. She seems to have a lot of health issues in general, but
Health, education, lots of stuff going on for her.
yeah, she's been doing a lot of secondary education and things like that. So, but she's worth checking out. She's hilarious. Sometimes she does speak in English because she did a lot of her schooling in Australia, and just in general, she's really funny and very unhinged. It's some of her content is just crazy. It's so good though.
She's worth watching just for the utter hysterics of what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's
And that way she feels more YouTube than a lot of people who are streaming. Because a lot of them feel like, oh, it's Idol from Japan. She feels like she's from YouTube.
100%.
So yeah, that is Hachima. Go ahead, subscribe to her, Hachima, if you'd like to come on and let us know.
Hit us up. All right, so we're going to take it down a level now. We're going to talk about the, I guess, semi-indie, because she was technically part of a group.
Yeah, she was part of Vom's project. We're talking about Pikami. Because it was earlier this week where she did graduate, and it's obviously massive news in the VTuber industry. If you know about VTubers, you know about Pikami, because for a lot of people, she was a part of the early rabbit hole. I saw Pikami clips before I saw a lot of other VTubers, and I always thought she was really funny. So I wrote down a lot of stuff about her. I guess for the most part, we take it from here, but both you guys chime in whenever you got stuff. So let's talk about Pikami. Amana Pikami was a female VTuber who worked under the Vom's project, which was founded by a Vocaloid producer who goes by Gyari. He kind of did like this weird jazz project where he would attribute all the various Vocaloids as jazz performers. His songs were fairly popular. It's interesting he would get into VTubing, but you know, there's some crossover between doing Vocaloids and doing these virtual idols. Weird. She debuted back in March 19th in 2020, and she graduated March 31st of 2023. Now, for a lot of people, for me especially, she was an extremely noteworthy part of VTubing, especially in the early days, because she spoke English and Japanese, both of them extremely fluently, to the point that she was known for the 50-50 split. She would say phrases in Japanese and often repeat them for the sake of accessibility in English. Like, whenever people asked her, why do you do this? It was always because I want people both languages to watch my stuff. It's just so everyone knows what's going on. I like having both. You know, she kind of had a background where there's a lot of Japanese and a lot of English in her life. So she would have both of them there to make sure that she would actually learn how to speak it that way. Her streams were very casual. They were very fun. She had a gamer focus very early on, which was definitely beneficial since as VTubers would go on, they would continue to lean towards gaming. Because, you know, back when Kids in the AI started, it was not gaming, but then fuck you.
That's how it goes.
So she continued on, and she got a lot of overseas fans, which eventually would become a hot commodity. And that helped attribute to her success. A lot of stuff she was known for was having a very chill demeanor, having that charitable attitude where she wanted everyone on board. She could get sassy at times in a very fun way. And she is a kettle.
Yeah, her laugh was amazing.
It's also important to note that she would add Dio to almost every other sentence she would do, which apparently Dio is used at the end of some sentences to emphasize friendliness. That's why it's funny when she said, fuck you, Dio.
Fuck you, but I don't mean it. It's fine.
So early on, starting from her debut back in 2020, her growth was very slow and steady. Around July 6th of that same year, she had obtained 50,000 subs, which is pretty good for someone who's like on the right path, getting successful. But on the day she celebrated her 50K, she noted this was her 100th time streaming. She had done 100 streams. Stick with the grind. And even then, 50,000, when we just look at random YouTubers, we go 50,000, like, oh, he's small. But she busted her ass doing this. That's 100. Yeah. We haven't even done like a quarter as many episodes for our podcast, and her streams are just as long. So she worked very hard to be very family friendly as well. That's another part of her aspect. She didn't like to bring on stuff that was too vulgar. And she doesn't play the games like, oh, I'm say-so, oops-a-daisy, all this stuff gets loot off. So no. She's family friendly. She's trying to avoid being too out there, too weird, cussing up a storm, which is why it's funny when she did. It was back in April 18th on 2021 during the deep days of the COVID, which led to the big VTuber explosion because a lot of us had nothing better to do, where she had reached 400,000 subscribers. That's a big jump. This is a perfect case study in what the COVID pandemic did to cause for digital entertainment to really take off. And as well assisting her were some of her funnier clips that came out. I noted a few that I liked. It's a good time for you guys to bring up yours, but Let's Kill the Hoe. Excellent pixel animation that also went with that. Her playing fucking Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby. Her fucking rivalry with Tigger was so fucking funny. In her Mario 64 stream, where Mario goes, "I'm tired," and she goes, "Oh, fuck you, Mario." And then someone in chat goes, "I thought this was a family-friendly stream." And she goes, "Family-friendly is dead." This is what I mean. She's sassy. She was fun. Those were good shit.
Yeah, I really loved her. Which was it? Her Resident Evil 8 stream that she did.
Oh, I never saw any of that.
That was like, oh my god, the baby
Oh my god.
was phenomenal. So good. But yeah, no, she would do horror games every once in a while. Those are always funny. But just anything she did, there was always great clips of her. Basically every week you could look forward to new ones, and like she was super entertaining. So
She was consistent. I generally consider her to be like one of the corners in my VTuber sphere.
yeah,
She's
definitely.
a big part of me getting into it. Carlos, you got any clips in your head?
I genuinely didn't watch a ton of her for the most part. Just the occasional clip here and there.
Yeah. So she was great. It was on March 1st this year where she announced her graduation, which... Elephant in the room. She announced this shortly after her bout of harassment after her expressing interest in the Harry Potter game. It's important to note that she herself has said that this was not what led to her graduation, and I believe it's respectful to accept that as the truth. We'll never know her story. We'll never know why she actually felt like not doing it anymore. But to me, this is a part of the contract. We're watching a woman do this. She's being an anime girl. She's hanging out with us. She's playing video games. She's being nice. She's putting in all this effort. The least we can do is take her word for it.
I have heard people say...
And just let her go, yeah.
I have heard people say that she did just in real life have issues with bullying.
She did. She had a background in it.
Yeah, so as far as I understand it, in real life, Pikachu is what you'd call a hafu. She is half Japanese, half English speaking.
Yeah, like her background.
I believe probably American is the way that she's, because I think she said that she spent time in America as well. So I believe she was half American and half Japanese. That can lead to a lot of problems if you're growing up in Japan.
Yes.
Where conformity is expected. And obviously, whenever you're half Japanese, you're not going to conform exactly the same way because you're going to look slightly different. You're going to have a different way of speaking, especially when you speak English at the same time. So it can lead to a lot of real life bullying and ostracizing.
Yeah.
And she talked about that at some points here and there, and about how it had been difficult for her growing up to have friends and things like that. And so as a VTuber, it was a lot easier for her to get out there and talk to people. And that's one of the reasons she really valued having a Japanese audience and an English speaking audience, was because she got to turn that part of her that had sort of been a detriment into something that was a benefit.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it got her all this success. It got her all these friends she made. It really is a shame.
But that's the unfortunate part of it too, is when you're small, then it's fine. You have a small group of friends online, I mean. But once you start getting big like that, it's impossible to be that big without there being at least a few real lunatics watching you.
It becomes a part of the parasocial aspect of it. Because when you get that big, you turn more into a parasocial figure. And sometimes these groups can turn it into borderline a religious duty to treat a person a certain way. To be like, it's important we view X figure this way, which can lead to bullying, especially for bigger figures. We see this all the time with some content creators. And, you know, it's up to debate from there. So, it's a shame.
I do want to point out, she had already taken some time off.
Yeah, she had taken...
Whenever she was coming back...
no, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And she was going to do a stream of the Harry Potter game that had come out recently. And that was... It attracted, like a lightning rod, some controversy. And at that point, she canceled that stream and said, I'm just going to spend some more time off. And then when she did come back, she announced she was graduating. So a lot of it was the timing. She said that was not the reason, and it's worth it. Like, believe her. She's not going to lie to you for no reason, you know. Obviously, she was already dealing with some things if she had already taken time off.
Yeah.
So it just comes back to the point that we'll never have the whole story, and that's fine. That is what it is. But you should believe what she told you, and at this point, it hardly matters that much because the result at the end of the day is that she's graduated. And it's more important to remember her for the good things while she was here with us and entertaining us
Exactly.
than to worry about all of the little details. Because as long as you treated her well, you have nothing to think back about.
If you liked her, it's what you owe her.
Yeah.
And a lot of people made true on the promise on March 33rd. Hard word for me. Her graduation stream began. She had 50,000 live viewers, and her subscription account maxed out at 700,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people just dropping by to... Obviously, it's an empty subscribe. She's not going to post again, but it's a good farewell. It's a nice way to say, it was great while you're here. Sorry I didn't sub earlier.
Yep. And that's the first chat I ever chatted in, was her graduation stream. I wanted to express... I don't express myself... Hilariously, I don't express myself on the internet.
No one watches this. Hi, Ollie.
Yeah, hi, Ollie. I'm glad you're listening, Ollie. I wanted to tell you about this. I don't chat a lot online. I don't advertise things very well. I like making content. I'm not good at advertising the content. You know, I don't post a lot on any social medias. I'm trying to force myself out of that comfort bubble a little bit. Like I said, I made a Twitter post earlier. And I'm learning. But for me, it was the first chat I've ever put into any, you know, live stream chat, essentially ever, on YouTube. And especially for a VTuber. And so, like, at that point, though, it mattered more that I got to tell her, hey, thank you for doing everything.
Yeah.
You know, did she see it? I really doubt it. There were 50,000 people there, and they were all talking. But I got to express myself, and that was important to me personally. So, and it was a good stream.
Her departure was very noteworthy. A lot of people in Hololive expressed their support, said that she was a big inspiration. You can toss a dart, you'll hit a Hololive member that tweeted how much they're going to miss her.
She did a collab with Ina.
Yeah. We had a lot of people expressing as well. I also wanted to point out Kaysan, Centrea, and Pomu Ravenpuff also went out of their way to say bon voyage.
Yeah, there were a ton. Iron Mouse called her out.
Yeah.
Shouted her out and didn't call her out. You're graduating. We're gonna fight now.
You don't get to keep the Steam account, bitch.
Yeah, like there was a bunch of people that shouted her out and really appreciated it. She did a lot of collabs with Kaysan in the past, and they were very good friends, obviously. And Kaysan said about that. She said, "Yeah, that's like that was one of the last streams that Pikami did was a collab with Kaysan." So.
Yeah, Kaysan joking about like you don't really have to leave, right? I mean, come on, we have all this shit to do still.
Yeah. Just come back in the fall.
So yeah, and after that, she was gone, and unfortunately, this is a graduation where she chose not to leave her content behind. All her streams, all her videos on her channel are gone. If you want to watch anything from her, just whatever got archived by people who decided it was worth uploading elsewhere.
As we mentioned earlier, the Clippers.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of Clippers still. Her last stream got clipped all sorts of ways. And of course, there are, I'm sure, unofficial archives that are available, but those are up to you.
For me, this was my perspective. It really does feel like the first time we really saw like one of the big, this will draw you into VTubing people leaving. Like, I think the way I feel is how I'd feel if like Corona announced she was leaving. That'd be like, what the, no, he can poke him.
That was Coco for me.
Coco hurt too.
Coco was the biggest and the most impactful for me because she was enormous. And she did so much to bring VTubing to the Western audience. She's essentially wholly responsible for Hololive again.
Yes.
And whenever she graduated, that felt like getting hit by a truck for me.
It did.
That was rough.
Though, I guess to peel back a little bit, there's this feeling that Coco would stick around to some extent, hanging out in the background.
There was an immediate understanding
Yes.
for a lot of people.
I don't feel that way about Pikami.
That's the thing.
I think she's gone.
Yeah. I think that she's going to lead a different life now.
Like-
and even if she doesn't, you never know. You don't. This is not just huffing copium, by the way. Just you don't you don't know what she's gonna do. None of us do. ask Kason in case, like, don't bug Kason. Actually, don't. Do that.
Actually, don't fuck her.
Like, don't go out asking other people
Just
that
because they're
actually know
friends
her.
and shit. Like, don't.
Yeah, that's rude and frankly kind of gross. But like, they're the only ones that know because they talk to her. And
Yeah, and it felt a little bit more rough compared to, say, like the Kizuna graduation, just because she had already been
Gone.
she had already been on the downturn
Yeah.
for quite a while, being led by multiple talents behind the scenes.
It was just bizarre.
But she's for Pikami, she's gone. Like, it was her and she's gone.
that's just it.
So, look, in the end, she tried to be very selfless. She tried to be a nice person. She just wanted to make folks happy. The least we owe her now is the privacy to disappear wherever she wants to go and do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
If you hear a kettle laughing, just smile and move on. And also, I love her as my GF, and she has big booba.
Oh god, dude, she's so boing boing.
She's
Holy
fucking
crap.
stacked.
I can't tell you how many fan animations I've seen of that.
If only I could go back in time and put a ring on that finger. All right, more sad news. Yeah, hit you with a double shot. You got Mirai Akari, also graduated in the past week. Once known as one of the 4 heavenly kings of Vtubing, along with such talent as Kizuna Ai, who was the Oyabun, which was the leader. And then you had the 4 heavenly kings of Vtubing as well.
I have such a bad brain. When you said she was the leader, my brain screamed like Donkey Kong.
You do have a bad brain. Again, back in the olden days of VTubing, she was considered one of the 4 heavenly kings because she was one of the 5 most popular VTubers. There's only 2 of them that are still active in their original forms. Kizuna Ai, Kaguya Luna, and Mirai Akari now have all gone inactive or graduated. And then Deno Shoujo Siro, or just Siro, and Noja Loli. Hold on, I'm going to have to try on this one. Kitsune Musume are also still active. So there's 2 of them still that are active, but 3 of them are either inactive or in questionable status. She was a member of Goom Studio, which is owned by Bandai Namco. There was a little bit of controversy at the end of her, graduation between her and Bandai Namco, it seemed like. But she explained that her retirement and lack of content is primarily due to Bandai's management. They refused to let her have creative control, and overall, it was it's a Japanese company being a Japanese company. A lot of them are old-fashioned and stuffy, and they want to be in control of their IP to an absurd amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another sad graduation. This one doesn't affect us, obviously, as personally, because she is a Japanese exclusive VTuber. But you gotta pay mad respect where it's deserved, and she's one of the OGs. So
Pretty much, if you search for any of these 5 that were a part of this unofficial group, if you just Google image them, you will, as long as you have been in the scene at all, you will probably at least recognize them by their looks.
Yeah.
that's for sure. I recognized Kaguya Luna immediately
Yeah.
whenever I looked her up. So yeah, it's pour one out, and I hope you enjoy your graduation. Not the waifu cup. All right, let's hit birthdays and get out of here. What do you guys say?
That sounds good to me. You might have missed it, but a couple days ago, Flair had her B-Day. It was on the 2nd of April. Happy birthday, Flair.
Happy birthday, Flair.
Happy birthday.
And then today was Calliope's birthday. Happy birth.
Happy birthday.
Which I wrote down some trivia. 4 in Japanese is she, which can mean death. There. Therefore, today's 4-4. They thought about that one.
Double death.
Apparently, Agura's birthday is the same day Jaws came out. Like most of the characters, most of their birthdays.
That sounds like Gura to me. Yeah.
They all have cute stuff.
Okay, so that's the podcast this week. If you like what you heard, 5-star ratings, please. We're begging. Thank you also to anybody who did stop by and either watch or listen to us in general.
People have actually listened to it, so thank you, Ollie.
Yeah, Ollie, that was great of you. Go ahead and drop us comments down below if you're watching on YouTube. Let us know what we're doing right.
Give us an up thumber.
Yeah, give us the up thumbs. And let us know what we can do to improve. I mean, like if you're gonna be if you're gonna criticize, be constructive, I guess. So yeah, thank you everybody, and we'll see you again next week.
Peace.
All right.
See you at Anime Boston.
Hard side thing. Y'all all right, DBZ, seen it?
Yeah.
DBZ, seen it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Raccoon. So,
Who the fuck is Raccoon?
Raccoon's a member of the Ginyu Force.
Oh, I don't give a shit about.
He's the
game.
red-haired guy.
Oh, the Aussie guy.
No,
Who's
that's
the Aussie?
Jace.
Oh, okay.
His skin is red.
I saw this like 20 years ago.
And I've lived it. Okay, so Raccoon.
What does that mean?
I love Raccoon's voice, and I think like later on they try to go back to like
He's just Australian.
that's Jace.
Oh,
Raccoon is the big guy. Oh my god. So Raccoon nowadays goes, "Hey, it's me, Raccoon." But back in the day, in the video games especially, he goes, "Raccoon." That's a spot-on impression. I'm very self-critical. Literally what he sounds like.
okay.
He kicks and goes, "Raccoon."
I
I
remember
love
that.
it. Yes, thank you.
I had the old games.
Budokai, baby.
Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yeah,
You know, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is really expensive.
it is because
But they
they
just-
didn't make a ton.
Yeah, but they just announced 4, so I bet the value dropped or went up a lot.
Depends how shit 4 is.
It's true. It probably went up immediately.
Yeah.
Because people were like, "That series exists. Let's look it up."